Hello parents, I'm Shannon Taylor. I'm the 5th grade math teacher, and in order to save my colleagues from having to talk and answer all the math questions, I made a quick video so I can go over all these papers that I'm giving out to you today in the parent conference meeting. So the first thing I want to talk about is you're getting your report card today, and I wanted to give you a copy of some data so it kind of explains why I gave your child the score that I gave them. Like what am I seeing when I make the scores on the report card? Since we have standards-based grading, they could get a 1, 2, or 3. 1 being that they're just beginning, they're really lost. They don't really know how to do any of that particular unit. 2 being they're developing, they're not lost. They kind of know what they're doing, but they're just not getting it correct all the time. Or 3, they're getting it correct every time. They're independent. They've got this. They're ready to move on. They're good. And then there is a 4, which is advanced. I very rarely give 4s, especially at the beginning of the year, because they're not advanced with the material yet at all. So there are 3 grades on the report card for math the first 6 weeks. Those 3 grades are math communication, problem solving, and whole number operations. So what does that mean? Math communication means how well does your child show their work? Do I see mathematical models being drawn in their work? Do I see them writing out their units? Is their math work easy to read and understand? Is it coherent? Is it easy to find their answers? Can I see their thinking? That's all part of math communication. Can they explain what's happening? 2, problem solving is the other grade. So we're emphasizing reading and problem solving strategies in math. I'm really assessing your child's ability to tackle problems. So does your child have the stamina to keep on trying when they are encountering a difficult problem? Do I see evidence of using the problem-solving strategies we've learned in class? Like, are they making lists of important information on their paper? Are they breaking the problem into smaller chunks? Are they drawing models of the story to help them understand what they're reading? Are they asking them questions about the story? So I'm looking for evidence that they're using problem-solving strategies when they tackle a problem. And the third one is whole number operations. So in order to get a 3 or be independent in whole number operations, the child has to be able to do all 4 operations: adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, independently and correct on a 5th grade level all the time when they encounter word problems. It could be multi-step word problems. So they have to be able to do all of it: multiplication of 2 times 3 digits, division of 4 digits by 2 digits, using the standard algorithm independently all the time. And so a lot of kids may have their adding, subtracting, and multiplying down, but they're still rusty or they're still working on that long division that is so tough for the little guys. So all of the data that I use to put on the report card, I kind of made a little sheet for you to see. Starting out with something I titled 4th grade recovery. So I really wanted to see, I was looking at all the kids' test scores from 4th grade, and I wanted to evaluate, okay, what do they know? What have they retained over the summer now that they've had a few months off? So I gave them a assessment. It was about 16 4th grade level problems from all over 4th grade, and I was shocked by how low the students scored. The average for all of the 60 5th graders was 31%. So that told me that right off the bat, this year we're starting out with students that really only have recovered about 31% of their 4th grade math. And so we really need to rebuild that before we can get started on 5th grade math. So that's what we did a lot of the almost first month of school, was building in routines and rebuilding that 4th grade level math. And so you can see your child's score, how they scored on that 4th grade assessment compared to the class average. But there's a lot of gaps there that we need to refill. We're still refilling. We're still meeting with small groups to rebuild their 4th grade math. So we really haven't had the time to dive into the 5th grade math. Another thing I noticed is their multiplication facts were really, really rusty. So we started out the year with the homework every night. They've been coming home and studying multiplication facts, and every day we've had a quiz. So here's your child's score of their multiplication quizzes compared to the class average. And multiplication facts are such a huge thing to know. They're supposed to know them before they come to 5th grade. They're supposed to be fluent in their facts. It so rarely happens. But 5th grade is going to be a tough year for your child if they don't know their facts. So that's why I've collected this data, so I can pinpoint who really needs help in this area. If your child has a low score, there's several options that I can offer. So when we get down here to recommended computer programs or recommended tutoring, make sure your child is doing those programs or coming to tutoring if they're going to have a low multiplication score, if they have a low 4th grade score, or if they have low scores in the whole number operations. So whole number operations. So this is some data that I take every day. I'm giving out different problems, or they're called hook problems. We do it in a spiral called our hook book, and these are word problems where I can, they can work and I can see their work. I can look and see how they are doing it, look for that math communication, look for their problem solving, and also they have a little clicker. They can click in their answer, and I have immediate data, and I can know if are they getting it right, are they getting it wrong, which answer are they choosing. So I can pull them in small groups and we can kind of go over the answer they've missed together. So here is your child's score in all the multiplication questions, and here's your child's score in all the division questions that I've been using to help evaluate how well do they know their multiplication, division. And then also there's something here called the Road to Sixth Grade. So the Road to Sixth Grade is a series of assignments that I've set up for each unit. So for the whole numbers unit, there's about 15 assignments. They all start at assignment 1 during their independent work time called Explore Time, where they're working on their own. They start at assignment 1. If they complete the assignment, they go to the answer key station where they can look and see and evaluate their work right away, see if what they got wrong, what they got right. They go back to their desk. If they've missed any, they're supposed to try and correct them. If they haven't missed any, they can move on to the next assignment. Once they correct some of their answers, they can also go on to the next assignment. And I meet with them once a week and I check their progress, I check their work, and I go over and make sure they're doing it correctly, make sure they're really showing their work. And if I can see, okay, they don't really understand how to do this, I'll stop and reteach and re-show them how to do it. Or if they're really stuck on a certain assignment they're not sure how to solve, they can bring it to me once a week when we powwow about the Road to Sixth Grade, and I can re-show them or reteach them how to do it. So I use the Road to Sixth Grade and the hook book data to determine when a kid is ready to take the report card assessment. So finally, we're down to recommended computer programs. So based on this data, based on your child's recovery from 4th grade, how they're doing with their 5th grade, how far they are on the road to 6th grade, I've recommended different computer programs based on their multiplication abilities. So if your child has been recommended for Reflex, congratulations. I only have 35 places. I won a scholarship to get this program that's very expensive. It's very good. But you will get a letter that looks like this. Woo. You will get a letter that looks like this. It has how to log in for your child and explains how the program works. And so your child needs to get 3 green lights a week. Up in the top corner of this program, there's a little light bulb, and it turns green when your child has gotten enough facts for the day. So your child's homework would be to get 3 green lights a week. And also, we have another program for all the students called Think Through Math, and so you get a letter here that explains how to log in at Think Through Math. So if your child has the Reflex program and Think Through Math, their homework is to do 3 green lights a week and 1 lesson in Think Through Math a week. If your child has been signed up for Think Through Math alone, then their homework is going to complete 2 Think Through Math lessons a week, completed well, not rushed through. I can look at the times, I can see if they're just clicking, but to really do them well, 2 completed lessons that are done well. The great thing about this program is all the research shows that if a child can complete 30 lessons correctly, they really know the material. The other great thing about this program is it has online certified math teachers. It tells you what time those teachers are online available to help the kids with their homework, so that if you're rusty on a 5th grade math problem, you don't understand what's going on, you can get the teachers, the certified Texas math teachers, to help you that are logged into the program. It's an amazing, amazing program. So it's a little bit hard to log in if you follow these directions. An alternative way to log in that's really fast and easy is to go to the Denton ISD portal. The kids log in with their username, and it has all the apps for all the websites they use. They can click on the Think Through Math app, and it takes them in immediately. They don't have to fill in their login. They don't have to fill in their password. It's quick and easy. And the kids all know how to get to their portal. The last thing on this card is if I've recommended your child for tutoring or not. So if I've recommended your child for tutoring, it's based on the data, it's based on scores from last year and what I see them remembering from last year. And it's really important. It's imperative that if I've assigned your child to tutoring that they come. It's imperative that your child comes to tutoring. I've been teaching 5th grade math for 5 years, and that extra hour and a half with me in a small group really makes the difference in getting your child ready for middle school math. If they are behind right now, which almost this entire grade level is, then this is really going to help them get that attention and that instruction from me that'll help them get caught up or help them get ready for middle school. So I am offering tutoring Monday through Thursdays. I've assigned a day for your child, and I have a letter here. If that day just really doesn't work, contact me and we'll work on a schedule or a day that might be better for you to make it, because it's really important that they can make it to tutoring. If you have any questions about that, just contact me. Thank you very much.